Hello my dear students, in my first video on the chapter linear inequation I have discussed all the properties, how to solve linear inequation, all these things. Okay, repeatedly I told you that the solving procedure of linear equation and linear inequation almost same. Only difference is there in the case of linear equation. In the case of linear equation, if you multiply both sides by any number, then it remains unchanged. But in the case of linear inequation, if you multiply both sides or divide both sides by a positive number, then there is no change of sign of inequation. If you multiply or divide by a negative number, then inequality sign will be changed. Suppose greater than, if greater than is there, then it will become less than. Okay, hope all of you get the proper idea. And today I will discuss some problem. Okay, uh, solve minus 3 of x minus 7 greater or equals to 15 minus 7x greater than x plus 1 by 3. X belongs to R. The question is solve this inequation and represent it on the real life. Clearly this is an inequation and this inequation having three parts, 1, 2, 3. In my first video I have solved this type of problem and this problem came in ICSE 2016. Okay, now I'll solve. First solve by yourself. Okay, don't look into the board. First solve by yourself, after that you will just verify from the board. Okay, I'm solving here. Just consider the first part. First part was what? Minus 3 into x minus 7 greater or equals to 15 minus 7x. So we have to solve for x. Implies that minus 3x multiplying, just distribute it, plus 21 greater or equals to 15 minus 7x. Okay, 15 minus 7x. Next, we have to consider all x related term in one side. So minus 3x is already there in left hand side. We consider this 7x into left hand side and this side in negative. So if this term come in left hand side, then it will be 7x plus 7x greater than or equals to, consider all the number in one side, then this side 15 was already there, and if you consider this 21 on this side, then this will be minus 21. Understood? So this is after simplify 4x greater or equals to 6 minus 6. Okay, to solve the value of x, we have to multiply both sides by 4. So 4 is a positive number, so there is no change of sign. So x minus 6 by 4. Therefore, x greater or equals to minus 3 by 2. This complete the first part. Next, second part. Second part was what? Second part is 15 minus 7x greater than x plus 1 by 3. Okay, please. This is the second part. So make it simple. First multiplying both sides by 3. If you multiply both sides by 3, then 3 is a positive number, so there is no change of inequation. If you multiply both sides by 3, then 3 into 15 minus 7x, and if you multiply with the right hand side, then this 3 will be cancelled out and x plus 1. This is like cross multiplication also, but we don't use the term cross multiplication here. Okay, then it make confused you. So the multiplying 345 minus 21x greater than x plus 1. Take all the x related term in one side, then minus 21x already was there, and if you consider this x, then it will be negative, and 1 was there, and minus 45. Understood? So this is minus 22x greater than 40 minus 44. So to solve for x, we have to divide both sides by minus 22. So since we have to divide both sides by minus 22 and minus 22 is a negative number, so inequation sign will be changed. So x greater than was then, it will be less than. And if we divide minus 44 by minus 22, then minus minus cancel out and it will be 2. Therefore x less than 2. Okay, initially it was in combined form. Okay, we have just break into two parts and we solve. Again we will combine these two solutions. Okay, so write in middle position x and use these two sign. Now which part is suitable? X less than 2. Put here x less than 2 is there, and this gap is along the side x. So this is greater or equal to it will be, and this side minus 3 by 2. This complete the solution. This is the solution. Now we have to plot this on the real line. Okay, we have to plot this on the real line. So make a real line. First note down this part. Pause the video. Okay, and I am erasing the top portion. Real line. Draw a real line. Suppose this is the real line. Make the scale 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on. And this side so on. Minus 3 by 2. Minus 3 by 2 means nearly minus 1.5. So minus 3 by 2 will be in this position. So highlight this part that this is minus 3 by 2. Minus 1.5. Minus 1, minus 1.5, minus 2. So minus 3 by 2 to 2. So less than 2. So this is the scale. This is for scaling, and 3 by 2. This is a circle. From 2, this is one more circle. In the solution set, since here less or equals to is there, so there is a chance that x can take the value minus 3 by 2. So we have to fill this circle. Okay, and join a line. So this is the symbolic form actually. This is the diagram of the solution. Easily, if you see this diagram, then you can understand that the solution is from minus 3 by 2 less or equals to 2. This completes the solution. And this problem, exactly this type of problem will come in ICSE exam, and it will carries 4 marks. Understood? So you have to practice it properly. Any problem, whatever problem comes in ICSE, you have to solve. Understood? Next problem. Find the value of x for which (3 minus x by x plus 2 is greater than 4). X belongs to R. Okay, this is the 11 number problem. Okay, so here we have to solve for x. Same problem actually. The question is in another form. 3 by x plus x by 2 greater than 4. We have to solve it, and we have to choose the value of x, or we have to solve. We have to choose the value of x from the real line. Okay, real line. So this real line is called refinement set. Okay, now try to solve it. We can solve this problem in 2 different ways. Okay, I am solving the first process. This is the first process. First process is 3 minus x by x plus 2 greater than 4 is given. Okay, suppose if equality sign instead of this equality sign, if equal sign is there, then easily we can consider the cross multiplication, or we can apply the cross multiplication here. But here is inequality, that means greater than is there. So how to solve? This is the fact. We'll multiply cross multiplication, or to make it simple, multiplying both sides by x plus 2. Suppose we have I am multiplying both sides by x plus 2. Then this side x plus 2 will be cancelled out, and in this side 4 into x plus 2 will be there. If you multiply both sides by x plus 2. Now we will be confused about the inequation. Why? Since we multiplied here both sides by a number x plus 2, so there will be greater than or less than that totally depends on x plus 2. If x plus 2 is positive, then we have multiplied here by a positive number, so it will be greater than. If x plus 2 is negative, then it will be in the place, it will be less than. So how to solve? Then there are just two cases. So to solve it, just two cases, that x plus 2 is positive. First we have to consider x plus 2 positive, and secondly we have to consider x plus 2 is negative. Yeah. So first I am considering that x plus 2 is positive. Okay. First considering that x plus 2 is positive. Consider x plus 2 is positive, is symbol greater than 0. This is the symbol of positivity. Okay. X plus 2 positive means if this is an inequation itself. So if you solve it, then we get x greater than minus 2. Okay. Then multiplying both sides by x plus 2. Since we have considered here that x plus 2 positive, so if we multiply both sides by x plus 2, then the inequation sign will be unchanged since this is positive. So 3 minus x greater than 4 into x plus 2. Now solve it. 3 minus x greater than 4x plus 8 implies that minus x was there, consider this 4x greater than 8 minus 3 implies that minus 5x greater than 5. So to solve for x, we have to divide both sides by minus 5. Okay, since the coefficient of x is minus 5. So if we divide both sides by minus 5, then this is negative. So we have to change the inequation. Greater than, it will be less than. If we divide by minus 5, then 5 cancel, ultimately minus 1. So this is one thing. We have considered, from the consideration we have got this one, and by this consideration we get one more solution. So we have to combine these two. If this happened, then we will get this. Understood? So we have to combine these two now. Is it clear? So to combine these two, the ultimate solution will be what? Therefore, write x in middle position, use this side. Okay. So minus 1 will be in this position. See, along this gap minus 1 is there, and along this vertex or angle minus 2 is there. So this is minus 2. So this is the solution. This is one process. So if you plot this on the real line, then answer will be, this is our real line scale, 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay, minus 2 to minus 1, no equality is there. So highlight the minus 2 point, highlight the minus 1 point. Since no equality sign is there, so only solution is this part. This keep empty. So this complete the solution. This is one way. Okay. Note down this part. Understood? Okay. Next part. Next part we can solve by one interesting way. I am solving that part only for your strong concept, only for strong imagination. Okay, so I am solving this problem in second process. Just note down this. I pause the video. Okay, I am continuing. Okay, next, second process, alternate process. This is given, just consider in one side without any consideration that x plus 2 is positive. You can solve by consider that x plus 2 negative also. Okay, so without any consideration, then consider 3 by x plus 2 minus 4 greater than 0. Just we have taken this 4, the term 4, into left hand side. Now take LCM. LCM will be x plus 2, then this is 3 minus x, and minus 4 into x plus 2. Hope you understand all this calculation. Okay. Now 3 minus x minus 4x minus 8 by x plus 2 greater than 0. Okay, after this, what? Minus 5x, yeah, minus 5x minus 5 by x plus 2 greater than 0. After this line, if you take common minus from the numerator, then it will be minus of 5x plus, take common 5, it will be better, minus 5, then it will be x plus 1 by x plus 2 greater than 0. Yes, this. Now you have to make the conclusion. Okay, what do you mean by greater than 0? Greater than 0 means, actually this is the real line and this is the position of 0. Greater than 0 means not 0, from 0 to this direction. Okay, this is the zone of greater than 0. Less than 0 means this direction is negative and this direction is positive. Okay, so ultimately greater than 0 means this fraction value should be positive. Okay, now one important deduction. Okay, when does a fraction a by b will be greater than 0? How many chances are there? So many chances are there. What? We'll discuss about the sign. Suppose first, if a is a negative and b is negative, then a by b will be positive. Why? Negative will be cancelled out. Or a positive, b also positive. Either a b both positive or a b both negative, then this fraction value will be greater than 0. Suppose a positive b negative, then this fraction value will be negative. If among these two, if anyone is negative, then the ultimate fraction value will be negative. Here this is what? This is greater than 0. So what we can conclude from here, from this line, we can conclude that the numerator is positive. Since this is positive, so numerator and denominator both positive, or numerator denominator both negative. So if you consider that two cases, from these two cases, case 1, what? That numerator positive, that means 5 into x plus 1 is positive, means this sign. Okay, I am writing here minus 5 into x plus 1, this is greater than 0, and x plus 2 is greater than 0. This is the first case, both are positive. So from this, x plus 1, divide both sides by minus 5. Okay, since we have to remove this minus 5, so divide both sides by minus 5, then 0 by minus 5 means 0 itself. 0 by minus 5 means 0 itself. And since we divide both sides by negative numbers, so its sign will be changed and it will be less than 0. And this one is x greater than minus 2. Understood? And from this line we get x less than minus 1 and x less than minus 2. Okay, now combine these two, then you will get the answer. If combine these two, then in middle this is x and use this sign, and in this gap minus 1 is there, and around this vertex minus 2 is there. So see, this solution is same as the previous one. Understood? So this is case 1 and case 2 is there. In case 1 we have considered that numerator is positive and denominator is positive. So in case 2, if we consider numerator negative and denominator negative, then also ultimate fraction will be negative, ultimate fraction will be positive, sorry. So case 2 we have to solve now. See, the case 2 I am solving here, okay. The board size is very small. What will I do? I am considering case 2 in this side. So case 2, what? Case 2 is minus 5 into x plus 1 is negative and denominator also negative. Now solving this one, again we have to divide both sides by minus 5. Then the inequation sign will be changed and it will be 0, and this is x less than minus 2. Implies that this is x greater than minus 1 and x less than minus 2. Okay, this is the part. Now try to combine these two. X is in middle position in this side, in gap side minus 2 is there and this is minus 1. Is it true? X is more than minus 1, less than minus 2. Is it true? Is there any chance? Just draw the real line, then you will get the answer. According to this, minus 1 x is greater than minus 1 and minus 2 is greater than x. If we combine these two, then minus 2 is greater than minus 1. Just hide this part. Then this line says that minus 2 is greater than minus 1. Is it true? No. So this part is invalid. Understood or not? So our actual solution is this. This is the second process. Okay, you can solve, you can use in any one way during the exam time. Okay, I think the first one is very easy, and this part is for only your strong concept, and this one is to make your concept very strong. Okay, this is the problem. Okay, I hope all of you have used this concept. Suppose if I am asking you that what is the value of this mod of minus 2, mod of 3, mod of minus 13, then this mod generally we use to make the number is positive or consider the absolute value. Mod of minus 2 equals to 2 itself, mod of 3 equals to 3, and mod of minus 13 equals to 13. Okay, mod means we have to consider the positive value. Understood or not? So now the question is, actually just listen a story. If we consider mod as a machine, suppose mod is a machine, okay, and this is the input way, and this is output way. This is the machine or converter or generator. Converter basically convert a number into positive. If we give an input a negative number, suppose minus 3, give input minus 2 here, then after convert in this machine, the output is 2, only positive, and if we give input 3, then it remains unchanged, since the machine is for converting a number to its magnitude, that means to positive. Since 3 itself positive, so there is no change of 3. Understood? So now my question is, what programming exactly happened in this machine? Understood? So how a number, is there any process to convert a negative number to a positive number? Is there any process? Yes, this is the process. Suppose this is the machine and this will take a number input. After that the machine will decide that this number is positive or negative. If this number is positive itself, then there is no change, it will give direct output. But if you give input a negative number, then machine will do that number multiplied by -1. See, every -2, if we this machine will identify that the number is -2, so negative. So just after identify, he will multiply it by -1 and it will become positive. So this is the internal process, that a negative number converted into positive. How? By multiplying -1. Okay, this is the internal programming. So look at the board. Suppose I am telling you mod of x less than, so okay, only mod x. So we don't know that x is positive or negative. So what will be the value of mod x? So value of mod x depends on the positivity and negativity of x. Suppose I am considered that x is positive. X is positive. If x is positive, then mod of x will be x itself. There is no change. And if x is negative, this number is negative. So machine get in this converter, you have given input as a negative number. Input a negative number. So machine will do, what will the machine do? Multiply this number by -1. So if you multiply this by -1, then this will be minus x. So this is the function. Mod x equals to x if x is positive, and mod x, value of mod x will be minus x if x is negative. This is the actual definition of modulus x. Now try to solve. What was the value of -3? It obviously, by the definition, it will be 3. How? -3. Here input is negative. So if input is negative, x input is negative, then we have to multiply by minus. So minus of, here x is this. Actually this is our x. See, this is our x. Okay, here x is negative. So minus x. So in the place of x is -3, it will be -3. Understood? So minus of -3. So it will become 3. So mod of -3 equals to 3. Understood? This is the exact function. This is the definition of function. Okay. So we get mod x means two things. One is x, another is minus x, and that depends on x is positive or negative. So to solve an inequation, suppose mod of x less than 3 is given. Okay, so how to solve this linear inequation? Okay, so first we have to remove the mod. Okay, in the case of mod, it will be either, in the place of mod x, it will be either x, in the place of this will be either x or minus x. See, mod x equals to x when x is positive, minus x when x is negative. We don't know exactly what the sign of x is, so we have to consider both the sign. So if mod x is x, then it will be x less than 3, and if mod x is minus x, mod x is L minus x, then this will be 3. Understood or not? So either in the place of x less than 3 and the or value of mod x will be either x or minus x. So minus x less than 3. Yes. So this implies that we have to solve it for x, then divide by minus 1. So minus 1 is negative number, since coefficient of x is minus 1, so we have to divide by minus 1, and minus 1 is negative number, so the sign will be changed and it will be minus 3. So now combine these two. By combining these two, we get, write it in middle position x, and use this part in the gap side. This is 3, and in the this vertex side or angle side, this is minus 3. So after analyzing mod x less than 3, we get this result, that minus 3 less than x less than 3. So directly we have to use this one, that mod x less than 3 implies that minus 3x less than 3. That means to remove the mod, just we will use this term minus 3 and 3. I am considering one more example. Suppose at any position mod of x less than 5 is given. So it will be, this is nothing but minus 5 less than x less than 5. Okay. So x lies between minus 5 and 5. Understood? Okay. Now I have to solve linear inequation by using this concept. Okay, this is very important part. So write in theory part. Write it in theory part that, write down this part. If mod x less or equals to a, or whatever less than a is a number, then implies minus a less or equals to x less or equals to a. If in the place of less than, if there is less than, then it will be less than, and it will be less than strictly. Understood? So this is the main thing. Now we have to solve a problem based on linear inequation. Okay, see problem number 11b. 11b. 11b is given. B is given if mod of x minus 4 less than 3, x belongs to 10. Yes, you have to find the solution. This is the question. Okay, this is the question. This is the question. Okay, then how to solve this? We have to solve this part by, since given that mod of x minus 4 less than 3, just solution. Use this, that mod of x minus 4 less than 3, this is mod. So see, in the place of x there is x minus 4. So whatever are inside the mod will keep here, and just this value will be negative and positive. So it will become minus 3 less than x minus 4 less than 3. So 3 parts are there. You can consider the first part and second part, and one more method is there, since in this problem only x related term is in middle position, so we can solve directly. Why? Just remove this 4 both sides, to both sides, so that is minus, just hide this part, then this side will be, you have to consider this 4 in this side, then it will be positive. So minus 3 plus 4 less than x, this will be the first part, and for this part also, x, if x is keeping this side, then 4 if goes to this side, then it will be positive. So 3 plus 4 implies that this is 1 less than x less than 7, and you have to choose the number from integer, sorry, you need to do, this is I, integer I. So solution set will be what? Therefore solution set, those integer which lies between 1 to 7, no equal to is there. See, so after 1 and before 7, all the integers. So after 1 integer is 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This. Now we have to plot this on the real line. So since this is a discrete set, so discretely you have to plot. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and this side -1. Okay. So we have to mark only the integer numbers. Okay. This is 2, fill it by the number 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is the plotting of this solution set. So this complete the solution. Understood? How to solve if modulus inequality is there? Hope you understand the concept. Okay, I'll discuss one. Okay, next problem. Next problem is from your exercise, problem number 36. Solve the inequality mod of 2y minus 9 less than 3 where y belongs to R. Represent the solution set on the real line. Okay, this is also the a problem based on absolute value function and the absolute value inequalities. Okay, just before just in last video I have discussed that if mod x less than a, then it can be written as minus a less than x less than a. Okay, so we can use this one here, given that mod of 2y minus 9 less than 3. Okay, so solution. So since given mod of 2y minus 9 mod of less than 3 implies that what, it will be minus 3 less than, if we remove the mod then it will be 2y minus 9 and this is 3. See, here in the place of x there is 2y minus 9. Okay, now we can solve it easily. So solve this part since the variable is in middle position, so we can solve directly. So if we try to solve this first part only, then we have to consider this 9 in this side. Okay, so first consider it. So write the part and it will be minus 3. So this 9, if we consider this 9 into left hand side, then it will be plus 9. Okay, so plus 9 less than 2y. Is it clear? And if we hide the first part, then again to solve the second part, 2y minus 9, even we have to move this term 9 to the right hand side, so it will become plus 9. So less than 3 plus 9. So directly we can solve. Okay, so implies that this will be plus 6 less than 2y less than 12. So we have to find out the range for y. So we have to divide whole inequality by 2. So if we divide whole inequality by 2 and 2 is obviously a positive number, so there is no change of sign of inequalities. Is it clear? So if we divide both sides by 2, then it will be 3 less than y less than 6. So this is the solution. Now we have to plot it on the real line. So how to plot? Just make a real line and this is the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1, -2. So 3, 2, just highlight the number 3 and highlight the number 6. And since there is strictly less than and there is no chance that y can take the value 3, so it will be empty, and 6 also, the circle for 6 also will be empty. So this is the graph for this equation. So complete the second part, that represent the solution set on the real line. Okay, next problem. plus 3. X belongs to R. This is the set A, and B equals to those x such that 18x minus 9 greater or equals to 15 plus 12x. X belongs to R. Okay. Find the range set A intersection B and represent it on the real line. Find A intersection B and represent on real line. This is the question. Okay. Next, 42 number problem from your exercise. It is given that A equals to x such that 11x minus 5 greater than 7x plus 3, x belongs to R. Actually, A equals to given those x such that means this is the condition. The condition is given. Those x we have to take in the set A which satisfying this inequality, that 11x minus 5, this inequality, and B is the set of those x which satisfies this inequality. Okay, so we have to solve the first inequality, then we get the idea about the x and x which comes in the set A, and you have to solve the second inequality, then we get an idea about x which comes in the set B. Okay, so I am solving the first inequality for set A. So solution. So for the set A, the inequality is given 11x minus 5 greater than 7x plus 3. So if you solving, then we have to consider all x related term in one side. So minus 7x greater than 3 plus 5. Just we consider this all the numbers in one side and all the x related term in one another side. So 11x minus 7 equals to 4x greater than 8. So we have to divide both sides by 4 since coefficient of x is 4. So if you divide both sides by 4, then 4 is a positive number, so there is no change of inequality. So x greater than 2. Okay. So this is the set A. A means all the numbers which are greater than 2. We have just to solve this part and we get the idea about x, that x is the number, that means A is the set of all real numbers which are exactly greater than 2. So this gives the idea about the A. Next, for B. For B is given 18x minus 9 greater or equals to 15 plus 12x. Now solve it. Same process. Consider all x related term in one side. Then 12x greater or equals to 15 plus 9. Implies that 6x greater or equals to 24. Implies that we have to divide both sides by 6, then x greater than or equals to 4. So this is the set B. Okay, that means B is the set of those numbers which are greater or equals to 4. Now we are plotting all this number in real line. Then easily we can find the A intersection B. A intersection B means common part. Okay, so if you plot the numbers, then this is the real line, suppose, then this is 0, minus 1, minus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. So A is the set of this gives us the set A. So A is the set which are greater than 2. So if you plot here the set A, then greater than 2, this is the highlight part of the point 2, and since 2 is not there, so more than 2, all this more than 2, so this zone is the set A. Okay, and B is greater than or equals to 4. Okay, I am plotting here. So this is the set B. Okay, and since 4 is there, so we have to fill it by ink. So A means 2 to this entered zone and B means 4 to including for this zone. So what is A intersection B? A intersection B means in set theory the common part of A and B, that means which part exists in A as well as in B. So this will be the common part. See properly. Actually the intersection B will be this zone. See, the red mark zone is exist in A as well as in B. So this zone will be A intersection B. Okay. So this is A intersection B. So I am marking this line in downside. Okay. This is our A intersection B, including 4. This is A intersection B. So right here, just I am giving the declaration A equals to x such that x greater than 2 and B is the set those numbers which are greater than or equals to 4. Therefore A intersection B we get the common zone. See, this zone is in A as well as in B, this zone. So A intersection B equals to x such that x greater or equals to 4. This complete the solution. Understood? So how I have discussed all the type of problem which are in this chapter, and you are able to solve each and every problem of this chapter, and one problem must come in ICSC, so you have to prepare it. Okay, if you are facing any problem, then you can contact me personally or you can text me. Is it clear? And you have to solve. Actually homework for this chapter, all the ICSC problems. Okay, thank you.